Hello. Hello, everyone. I know that most of you probably aren't here yet, but hello to anyone who is. Um, I guess I'll just start off by saying that everything is set up differently from how I'm used to recording. So there might be some problems, but we'll work through them together. Oh, hi, Kev. Hi, guys. Hello. One thing too, please let me know if my volume is too high or too low. I can adjust it right here at any point. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best not to make any loud noises. Hi, Owen. How are you doing? Yeah, Kev, I am doing well. Um, yeah, I've been busy all day with general birthday things like eating cake, which doesn't make me sound like I was too busy. But yeah, I was busy eating cake. And yeah, I was hanging out with a couple friends and yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Owen. But yeah, I've been good this week, quite busy as usual. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Feel free to tell me what is up with you guys. And yeah, I'd love to hear too. Hi, Alexis. Nice to see you too. Oh, this is so exciting. I get to see you guys in real time. Oh, you were hanging out with your parents. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to figure out exactly how to orient myself in everything. I actually, okay, so I was feeling very, very silly because basically I'm recording on my laptop, which normally I record on my phone. Um, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh no, my laptop's too far. I won't be able to respond to anybody because I won't be able to type on my keyboard. And then I was like, oh no, I'm going to have a microphone, so that's all fine. Oh, you were hanging out at the park? Is it near your house? I really like going to the park right now because it's quite warm in Spain at the moment. Is it not very cold where you are, Kev? I feel like I wouldn't wanna go to the park if it's snowing. Thank you. I do have some very nice balloons. I almost got lightheaded when I was blowing them up. And oh, Owen, you're going to your friend's house. That's exciting. Have you not been able to go out much because of COVID, I'm guessing? But yes, I was going to start with the Q&A kind of section. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for me or about tonight, this week, or whatever you want to ask, like behind the scenes stuff about me, feel free to ask. Um, Obviously, I reserve the right to not answer a question if I don't want to. But yeah, I'll also try to respond to you guys intermittently um, while I'm answering some of the questions. The first question, which I had gotten that I thought would be pretty prudent to answer, was how I had gotten into doing ASMR. Um, so it's actually a interesting story um, because I had been thinking about starting an ASMR channel for a pretty long time. I had actually recorded, I think, 3 videos, but, like, 2 years ago, uh, and I still have those files. So I was thinking maybe for some subscriber milestone, uh, I might release those videos that I made a few years ago. That might be fun. But, anyways, I never had the guts to post the videos because they were quite bad. I was just using like a earbud microphone, so it didn't sound very good. um, and so I just never released them. But then, lo and behold, 4 months ago or so, my roommate had come home and he was like, "Oh, I bought myself a new microphone so I can start streaming on Twitch for video games." And I was like, "Oh, cool. What microphone did you get?" And it was the Blue Yeti, which is like the microphone of starting ASMR. Um, so yeah, I kind of took it as a sign from the heavens, and yeah, that's that's kind of how I started ASMR. But yeah, I've been watching it for 10 years, so I've been a fan for quite a while. um, but yeah, Kev, you're in Florida. That's really, really nice. I've been to Florida once. I went, well, to Disney. Wait, which one do you have? Do you have Disney World or Disneyland? Oh no, I always forget. Disney World. I think it's Disney World. Okay, I'm gonna bank all my money on Disney World. Yeah, I've been to the Disney in Florida, but when I was quite younger, so I don't remember it too much. And all I saw was Disney. I didn't go to Miami or the coast or anywhere. Just Disney. But yeah, it was very nice, very warm. Um, and to answer your question, Owen, I don't get snow where I am currently, because right now I'm in Spain, um, and I am towards the northern part of Spain, so it is a little bit colder, but we don't really get snow in the city at all. Um, yeah, we get a bit of snow in the very, very far north, in the mountains. Like the border with France is the Pyrenees Mountains, and yeah, we get snow there, which is where I went snowboarding a couple weeks ago. So yeah, that's we do get snow. I guess a couple hours away is what I'm saying, but we don't get snow here. Which is super weird for me because 'cause I'm Canadian, so I'm used to having lots of snow all the time. Um, yeah, so it's kind of weird for me to have winter and Christmas time with no snow, which is really interesting. But that brings me to my next question, which was, how did I get to Spain? And yeah, this is also a pretty interesting story. So I'm glad that someone asked. Um, but yeah, basically, I guess I'll give the long version. So I had been living in Australia when COVID had started. Um, but I was working in the tourism industry, and as you can probably guess, working in the tourism industry during a pandemic is not a very good job to have. So I was uh, not laid off. I was stood down from my job, so I was still technically employed, but I wasn't getting any work. And then my visa was running out, and there was no way to renew it because they didn't want to sponsor an employee if the if they couldn't, have work for them because they didn't want to pay for that, obviously. But yeah, so I had to leave Australia, and so I was trying to figure out what to do next, and um, I didn't want to just sit around for a whole year or two, not doing anything, back in Canada. So I thought that I would come and get a new degree. So the main reason I came to Spain is to get my master's degree in business, my MBA. Um, so yeah, I came here to get my MBA, which I have now graduated with. I graduated a few months ago, um, but yeah, that's the main reason I came to get my MBA. And yeah, now I'm sticking around to learn Spanish as well as travel around at some point because I had wanted to travel around, but obviously it's been a bit hard because of the whole COVID situation. Um, but yeah, hopefully that clears up quite soon, and then hopefully I'll be able to travel after that. But yeah, so now I will also ask you guys if there were any triggers or anything that you had wanted from me. I have a little cart with um, some things that I thought maybe you might ask for. So I tried to be prepared. But yeah, so feel free to ask for something. Obviously, if I don't have the prop, then I won't be able to do that. But yeah, I will try my best. 1 second. I'm also really happy because usually it can be quite noisy in my apartment at this time, but it's not actually that noisy, which is quite good. Um, because in Spain, everything is a little bit later in the day. And so everyone is quite noisy at midnight, which it is now midnight. And yeah, so I'm glad that they're not noisy. There's also a dog that lives above me, and he's also not being noisy at the moment. But yeah, for anyone who just joined in, if you have any triggers or questions you would like to ask me, feel free. And yeah, like I said before, I will do my best to to accomplish those. Uh, Obviously, I can't do everything. Yes, dogs can be scary. Thank you. Thank you, Senator Snooglies. Oh, thanks so much, Owen. That's so nice of you to say. Yeah, I always appreciate you guys. You always leave me the best comments. And yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I enjoy doing this is because I have gotten messages saying that, people feel better, or, they just enjoy what I'm doing. And yeah, I feel like that's the main reason for why I do what I do. So I'm glad that I have you guys. Um, yeah, it always makes me feel nice inside to read all your comments and know that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. But yeah, another question I had gotten was, what kinds of things do I enjoy outside of uh what kinds of things do I enjoy outside of ASMR? Um oh, I just got a comment and lagged for a second. So yeah, sorry about that. I guess I'm doing my best, but yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen. Um Oh yeah. Oh, and you had mentioned that in the last, I guess not stream, but the last, oh shoot, what's that called? Live, not live. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting words now. Premiere, live premiere, is that what it's? Anyway, that thing you had mentioned it there, and I think you left shortly after. But yeah, I don't know if you had read my comments after you had mentioned you have autism, but my my brother actually has a mild autism, I guess high functioning autism, is that what it's called? But yeah, it was very very hard growing up because obviously as kids you don't understand as much that people can be different from you, especially uh, in the way that their brain functions. And so he didn't understand me or where I was coming from, and I didn't understand him or where he was coming from. So, yeah, that was very, very difficult growing up. But yeah, now that we're older, we are very, very good friends. And I don't see him a lot because I don't live in the same country. But yeah, we talk all the time. And yeah, I love him. And I find that he just adds so much to all of the conversations he's in, because he just has such a different way of thinking about things that I would never think of things in that way. And yeah, so it's really, really interesting to, I guess, see my brother's perspective on everything. And yeah, I mean, he can get very, very stuck on a topic, as in he will want to talk about a civil war in Syria for 5 hours, and I have to tell him that nobody else wants to do that. Oh, hi, Violet Blue. Thanks for joining in for a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Uh, yeah, I guess, someone else had asked, what I had done for my birthday, so I guess I'll answer that now. Um, but yeah, I mostly just hung out with a couple of friends, not too much because of the pandemic, obviously. But yeah, we had a lot of cake and we played some board games because I love board games. And yeah, then perhaps next week we're going to go to a escape room, which I also love escape rooms. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, please tell me if you like board games, and if you do, what board games do you enjoy? Because board games are my absolute favorite, and I enjoy meeting people who like board games. Um, oh, so yeah, I had also wanted to I was just answering the question that someone had asked me about what things do I enjoy outside of ASMR, um, which I feel like that's always a good question for, I guess, YouTube personalities. Not that I consider myself a YouTube personality, but because we can seem very one dimensional if we're always doing the same things. But yes, I enjoy snowboarding a lot. As I mentioned in my premiere, I was actually, or I guess I am, a licensed snowboard instructor. And I worked at ski hills for maybe 4.5, 5 years. So I've been snowboarding quite a bit before in my life. Um, I do ski as well, but I think snowboarding is much better. So sorry, skiers. It's not bad, but it's just not as good as snowboarding. Um, and yeah, what else? Like I said, I enjoy board games. I really enjoy video games as well. So yeah, also if anyone enjoys video games, I'd love to know what you're into. Um, Currently I'm playing through one of the new Tomb Raiders. I always forget which one is which, but the second of the newest Tomb Raiders, whichever one that is. Um, and then I also enjoy a lot of kind of artsy things. So I do some painting. It's not very good, but yes, I do enjoy painting badly. I enjoy playing guitar, and also piano, but I don't have a piano with me because that's obviously quite hard to travel with. But yeah, I play piano every time I visit my parents, and I play guitar a lot. Um, and then, yeah, outside of that, just very normal things like hanging with my friends, binging a good Netflix TV show, and yeah, all the normal people activities. Also, hi Xavier, I just saw you joined in, so I'm glad that you made it. glad that you drove home safely, I guess. And Owen, what kind of video games do you enjoy? Are you like a computer person or are you a console type of player? Nintendo, maybe? Nintendo's my my favorite. Um, Go Pats. That's an inside joke with a friend, but yes, go Pats. Um, Magic the Gathering Arena, that's a good video game. I like Magic the Gathering in person better, I think. Although, yeah, I don't think I've played Magic the Gathering Arena, so maybe I'm not allowed to comment on whether I like it or not until I've actually played it, so I'll hold my comment until then. Um, oh, hi. Hi, Midnight Sun, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I know you have your kid, so don't worry about staying too long, that's alright. Um, oh, Nintendo Switch. Okay, I'm so glad that you play on your Switch because that's definitely the greatest, um, console. Like, I'm up to hearing arguments, but I'm a very firm believer that the Nintendo Switch is the best console, at least so far. I'm assuming Nintendo will come up with something better in my lifetime at some point. Um, yeah, Xavier, you know that I'm an English teacher and I teach online, so um I teach a lot of people across Europe and everywhere. But yeah, I had a couple of people in Germany and they were saying they had a huge windstorm and someone had gotten really injured. And so, yeah, I'm glad that you're staying safe. It sounds quite dangerous. Yeah, which is interesting because in Spain it seems like very, very calm, which I guess Spain doesn't normally get many storms, but yeah, I hope you guys are okay. Do you know if it's supposed to die down soon or is it going to keep being stormy for a little while? Um and then Owen, yeah, I do play some things online, although normally I just play games with myself. Um, and then a lot of the times I'll also play kind of party games, so like Jackbox games or games that are good for when you are with a group of people in person and you can play those games. But yeah, I do play online sometimes, but it depends on the game. Um, and yeah, playing games in bed is is awesome and is very underrated, I think. Uh, but it's also very dangerous because I know sometimes I'll go to bed and say that I'll only play for half an hour and then go to sleep, and then 3 hours later, I'm still up playing games, so it's not very good for me. Um, oof, 133 kilometers per hour. Oof. Yeah, that's very strong. Because 'cause I'm trying to think, one of the ski hills I had worked at, I worked at, like, a food and beverage hut on top of the mountain, and we would get crazy strong winds, and that sounds about how strong that would be, so I'm thinking how powerful that is, but not on a mountain, that would be very scary, so I hope you're okay. Stay safe and stay inside. What is my favorite animal? Uh, oh, I don't actually know what my favorite animal would be. If we were talking about pets, I'd probably say a dog, but I feel like ah, I love dogs and I love playing with them, but I feel like I don't want the responsibility, and so I shouldn't commit myself to getting a dog if I don't feel like I can stay up to that commitment. Uh, but yeah, I feel like dogs would be my favorite. Uh, Although if we're speaking any animal, um, probably a dolphin? I don't actually know, something like that. Stereotype narwhal, okay, I'm gonna change my answer to narwhal. I think narwhals are super cool. Um oh, no, I mean, bunnies are the best animal. I'm so sorry, Senator Snoopy. Bunnies are definitely the best animal. Yeah, a parking spot with no tree around it are is a good is a good thing to have. My hometown in Canada, it doesn't get super windy, like, there's never tornadoes or hurricanes or anything like that, but it does get very, very windy, and so we have to take very, very good care of our trees, because otherwise the branches might break our windows or cars or stuff. So it does cost a lot of money. Um, yeah, Terry, I know it's such a hard toss up for me between cats and dogs because that's exactly my whole struggle is I feel like I would prefer playing with a dog and I feel like you can love a dog more. But a cat is so much easier to look after and less maintenance, and it's a lot easier, so, I feel like it's a hard choice, but I feel like I don't want any responsibility, so I'm never going to end up getting a pet. Um oh, sorry, I just bumped the table. See, these are the things I would edit out, but now I can't edit out, so I'm sorry if I bump my table or make a very loud noise. Um but yeah, I guess I will do a little section now then with some triggers. So if you have any triggers you'd like to request, please feel free to type them down. I know that Xavier had said earlier to uh, follow your fingers and follow the light. Um, so I will do a little bit of that first, I guess. Uh, but yes, if you have any other triggers you'd like to request or any more questions as well, feel free to type them in. Um, this is going to be a little bit awkward though, because I'm at a weird angle from how I normally am. But yeah, so if you want to follow my finger, then I am going to go across. I'll start slow and then I'll go a little bit faster. But yeah, you just follow my finger. Also, I realize that for most of this, I've been looking at my own reflection instead of looking at the camera. So sorry for not making eye contact, guys. Sorry. Oh, thanks for dropping in, Terry. Thank you. But for the rest of you, you can continue following my finger or not if you don't want to. It's a free world and you can decide exactly what you want. Yeah, I'm also going to number 234 imaginary girlfriend. I don't know if I should be happy with that or not. I feel like that's such a low ranking. Eloy, why am I so low? Only 234. I Okay, I'm not gonna ask for your entire list, but I've got to know who your number one is, just out of curiosity. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit faster now if you guys are ready for it. So follow, 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 follow. Yeah, of course, Savior. Oh, actually, I did get I did get my gloves, so I'll put on a glove for this. Although I need to check. So one thing I've just ordered or that I need to order is more gloves because these I have used for every single time I've used gloves. And so there's a giant hole in one of them. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. But yeah, I need some new gloves. Oh, so let me Okay, there we go. Okay, now you can follow my fingers again. There you go. Follow, follow. Yeah, exactly, Xavier, you've got experience. You know that that's that's not how you do it. Okay, over here, over here, over there, over and across and down and up. And also, there are more people now, so I'll also say again that if my volume is too low or too high, please tell me because I can adjust it really, really easily. But yeah, I won't know unless you guys tell me. So make sure you tell me. Yeah, I do need some new gloves, although they should be quite cheap. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get like some black ones maybe because I always think the black gloves look super cool, like the ones that tattoo artists wear. Uh, but yeah, one thing I've noticed is that these were very, very tight when I first wore them, and now they're very loose, which I guess makes better sounds maybe, but yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get new gloves. But that also reminds me um that I have heard you guys from my premiere that you guys requested that I do a barbershop role play. So I am ordering a straight razor and the what is it? A boar bristle brush, the one that you yeah, I'm ordering one of those. So that is coming soon. Uh although it probably won't be for a couple weeks or so cuz I still need to write a script and record and edit, which ends up always being a very long process, as I'm sure you can guess. Um, oh, yeah. Have you guys ever noticed with these gloves, sometimes they make a squeaky noise? Like, oh no, now it, oh, there. I never know when I'm editing if I should edit that out or not because it does sound kind of silly. And I feel like it doesn't sound like something a professional doctor would do. But yeah. Oy. But yes, Xavier, a barbershop roleplay is on its way. So yeah. Oh, I also got nicer looking scissors from what I have because the scissors I have definitely don't look like they belong in any sort of barbershop. But yeah, for anyone who has maybe just joined us, well, thank you, first of all, for joining. I'm having a lot of fun. But yeah, just a reminder to leave any questions, leave any comments. Feel free to leave some uh, trigger requests. And if I have something to do it, then I'll do it because I have a cart of random things. So yeah, feel free to request anything. Um, which the next one was also flashlight, which I'm kind of a little bit tentative about this one just because I know some people don't like flashlights. So I'm just going to give a very big warning right now that I'm about to use a flashlight. So I'll take it nice and slow. But yeah, there's a there's a flashlight incoming. So maybe I'll just do it on the side. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, somebody let me know if they absolutely hate this and then I'll stop. So one thing, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but because I like flashlight triggers, but I only like them when they actually like do that thing. And I've seen it in so many role plays where someone will have you like follow their light and they'll just do this. And I'm like, no, shine it right on the camera. I want it right on the camera. Oh, hello, Mr. Thorson. How are you doing? It hasn't been going on for too long. I think 30 minutes or so. Um, but yeah, welcome. Thank you to the party. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Oh, I know you're a bit sick, so yeah. I hope you're doing better. Are you feeling better? And yes, I agree, Xavier. The squeaky noise is very, very funny because it's like the opposite of sophisticated doctor. Yeah, so this is a different camera than I normally use. Normally I use my phone, and this light looks kind of like pink and blue on my feedback. Does it look pink and blue to you guys? It looks kind of trippy, but kind of neat. Yeah, it looks a lot different than when I use it on my phone camera, I guess. Oh, continuous movements. Okay, I'll do some continuous movements then. Still making the kind of pinky bluey thing. Hello, Sir Thorson. Hello, hello. I like Blue Bow. That's a good nickname. No, Owen. No, no one's ignoring you. You know that you're included in everyone, right? Owen, everyone means you. Oh, this is delayed now. Oh, I think is my camera delayed or no? Okay. But yeah, Owen, I'm not ignoring you. No one's ignoring you. So it's not necessarily that I'm trying to be a very refined doctor when I do my doctor role plays, but I feel like doctors just naturally have a kind of sense of like not refinedness, but like they have a sense of authority, I guess. So I feel like yeah, they're always somewhat serious. I mean, you can have a fun doctor and you can have, a nice doctor, but I feel like they're always like you can trust them. Like they seem like they'd be like the adult in the room if that makes sense, I guess. But so I feel like they wouldn't be making squeaky sounds is what I'm saying. Uh, but actually that's a funny point. Would that be interesting to see a doctor role play where the doctor doesn't seem to know what they're doing at all? Because that actually might be a little bit silly. Um, yeah, Tian, that's very true that they do the same thing every single day, which I used to be a server at one point, and over time you say the same things over and over and over again. Um, and so to you, they kind of sound very robotic, but I feel like they end up sounding very, very confident because you're just so used to saying it, which is yeah, yeah, the worst reviewed series. I still haven't, well, I've seen a couple little bits of them, but I haven't seen a full video, which yeah, I haven't made up my mind on if I enjoy that kind of video, I guess. But yeah, that brings me to another thing I had wanted to ask you guys, which is if you had any requests for future videos. Because, like I said, last time you guys had requested a barbershop roleplay, and so now I'm going to be doing that one. And yeah, I usually do people's requests if it's something that I would have done anyways, I guess. Um, so what are some of the things I have in the works? Um, I guess already filmed. I have a travel agent role play. So that might be the next one. I'm not actually sure of the order. Um, but yeah, that one's probably one of the next role plays. I also did it's a medical role play, but it's also a kind of therapy role play, which yeah, I'm very excited about it. So maybe I won't actually tell you guys. That one will be a surprise. But one thing I will have to warn is that it is uh, okay, how do I explain this? It is kind of a mimic of a therapy session, so I do want to give lots of warning, like, don't treat it as an actual therapy session, if that makes sense. Like, like, don't use it in place of a therapist. Obviously, I am not trained as a therapist. Um, but yeah, if anyone has any, uh uh, requests for any future videos, then yeah, I'd love to hear them. Usually, what I do is I have a Word document, and I just put in any requests that I get, and then I have like a definite maybe and maybe minus column, and I and then what I do is when I'm recording, a couple times a week, I'll go through and highlight them, and yeah, yeah, figure out which ones I'm gonna film for that week. But yeah, hi Emma, nice to see you. Thank you for the happy birthday. Um, yeah, customer service is I like doing it because I've worked in customer service a lot. And why, John? Why are you trolling me? What are you doing? What are you planning? Uh, and Kev, nice to see you again. Glad that you're back. And yeah, thank you. I try my best to sound nice. That's I guess the main thing I do here. Um oh, you have Xavier, you're the son of two Oh yeah, yeah, two That's yeah, so you must know a lot about psychology, so please don't judge my my psychology giving skills too much. It's it's like half medical, half therapy, but you'll see. Um, yeah, you'll see. uh, oh, what do you mean YouTube determinates them? What does that mean? It deletes them? Because that's a bit weird. Um, yes, Eloy, I am teachers in my definitely do at some point list, because I don't know if you know, but I actually am a English teacher. That's my real day job at the moment. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to structure it because normally I do conversational lessons for people who are at like a higher level. And obviously, I can't have two sides of a conversation. So, yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to do some sort of grammar or something. But yeah, I guess we'll see. But that's definitely I'll do teacher at some point. I mean, maybe I could also do like a younger school kid teacher. I feel like that might be be interesting. Nurse is also on the list. Police officer isn't, so I'll need to remember to. Oh no, wait, I saved the comments for this video, so police officer would be interesting. That one could be kind of fun. So I'm adding that to the list. Also, thank you, Owen, for the happy birthday. And yeah, Dion, I do watch a lot of ASMR. One thing, I think I had said it quite earlier in this live show, but I've actually been watching ASMR for more than 10 years. So yeah, I've been watching ASMR for a while, back before it was even called ASMR. The I guess the way I got into it, there's a woman called Whisper Crystal. She never showed her face. There was never any video. There was only just a picture on YouTube, and then she would have a role play, but it was just audio only, never video. Um, and I don't think she's posted a video for 9 years. I don't think anyone actually knows what happened to her, but, yeah, she's really, really good. I hope she's okay. Uh, but yeah, that was my introduction to ASMR. And then I guess the second main introduction was I had found Gentle Whispering's channel pretty soon after she had started, within the first year. So, I'm kind of like a hipster, underground person when it comes to ASMR, I guess. Uh, Ellie, hey, buddy. That's actually really funny because one of my best friends, he hates being called buddy. It's because of a personal reason, and I'll call him buddy all the time because that's just, I guess, a normal thing that I would say is, "Hey, buddy." And yeah, he he doesn't get offended, but he'll kind of look at me like, "Please don't call me buddy." But yes, I will continue saying, "Hey, buddy." I'm not gonna stop doing that. Um, hey, John, I'm older than 16. I know I look like I'm 12, so maybe I've only just turned 13, uh, but yeah, I'm definitely not 16. Uh, which, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you how old I am exactly, but older than 16. Um, oh, Kev, yeah, that is weird that YouTube deleted your comments. So yeah, feel free to try again or send another, yeah, try it another time. I don't know what happened. That's really weird. Um, oh yeah, chemist or pharmacist would also be good. I'll add those as well. Um, I feel like people like sciencey words as like trigger words. I don't know why. I feel maybe Latin words have lots of consonant sounds that sound good. But yeah, I feel like people like sciencey words. Uh, uh, hey, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Uh, sorry, that was another inside joke. You guys have no idea, but yeah, sorry about that. Also, no, Jonathan, I cannot take any amount of trolling. You hurt my feelings, and I am leaving YouTube forever. So thanks for that. Everyone can blame Thorson for me leaving YouTube. Um, uh, Kev, if you want, my work email, I guess, or my YouTube work email is in the description of my videos. So if you want to send me a video, you can. Oh, sorry, video. If you want to send me an email, you can send me an email if you have some requests, because I can take them there. Um, yeah, exactly, Emma. I feel like reading labels and talking about like the ingredients and like what are some words I can say like Oxycontin. No, is Oxycontin one of the bad ones? I don't even know what the opioids are. Maybe I shouldn't be a chemist or a pharmacist. I'm gonna give everyone very bad drugs. Oh no, Kev, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually leaving. Um oh, Kev, do I have Instagram? So okay, basically well, first of all, I don't want to give out my personal Instagram because but I don't post on my personal Instagram. So I feel like you guys wouldn't even really enjoy it. But regardless, I don't want to give out my personal Instagram. Basically, I have made an Instagram for this channel already. Um, like uh, I have the account; it's ready to go. But yeah, I feel like I don't have enough content yet to make it very interesting other than taking a picture of my setup, like, "Oh, here you guys are." Um, one more time. Oh, I just got a beep in my headphones. Can you guys tell me if you can still hear or see or Does that mean something? Has anyone done a live stream before? If it beeps in your ear, does that mean something? I feel like I'm at the Oscars and they're like rushing me off of the stage in my acceptance speech. But yeah, hopefully it's okay. But yeah, um, yeah, please let me please let me know if anything's not working now. Um, but yeah, anyways, back to the Instagram. So it's set up, it's ready to go. But I I probably won't start using it for another month or so. Um, yeah, I'll I'll see. I'm trying to think of things that I can post in my Instagram. Um, like yeah, like just pictures of my setup. Like yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys have suggestions of things you would want to see in a ASM artist Instagram, which I don't actually follow any ASM artists on Instagram, so maybe I should take a look and then, uh, yeah, I could figure something out there. Um, yeah, you're right, Thorson. I'm not going anywhere, not for a very long time. Facial reconstruction. Ooh, interesting. Was it like a kind of sci-fi kind of thing, or was it like a plastic surgeon kind of facial reconstruction? Either of those could be pretty interesting. And yes, my sweet, sweet sends again. Um, actually, this is kind of a funny story. I had been wearing these in my gangster video, and then Thorson had messaged me saying like, "Oh, I like I see you like the Sens as well," or something like that. And so I was looking at the video like, am I wearing some sort of merch for the Ottawa Senators? Because I was trying to figure out what Sens was. Um, and yeah, then he was like, "Oh, I meant your headphones, your very nice Sennheisers." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, Sennheisers, that makes sense." But yeah, maybe that wasn't a funny story. I thought it was funny. Okay, but now I don't think it was very funny. um, but that reminds me that someone had asked me to answer in this video about a funny story I had from filming, which I do have a very funny story. I mean, I've had a few funny stories, but the funniest thing so far, I had been filming my New Year's Eve countdown. Um, so very clear, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, blah, 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 counting down. And my neighbors had been making a little bit of noise, but nothing too much. Like normally I try to judge in the moment, like, is that something I should edit out, or is it quiet enough that I can keep it in and it's pretty fine. But they had been pretty quiet the whole video. Um, and then I was getting down to the end and I was doing like 10, 9, 8, and they made a pretty big noise. So I started again from 10 or something and I went 10, 9, 8, and I made it all the way down to 1. And then literally right before I said 0, there was a huge bang on the like huge bang on the wall. And then they all started, like, yelling at each other, like, literally having a fight in the apartment, and the walls are pretty thin, so I could hear the whole fight. And so then I waited, and they quieted down, and so then I started from 5 again, like, 5, 4, 3, and then again, right before 0, they started screaming again, and I think that happened 5 more times. And I was just sitting there like, "I just need to say the word 0. Can you guys be quiet for 3 seconds?" But yeah, that was probably the funniest one so far. But that also reminds me, that I have been filming outtakes this whole time. Um, well, I guess not filming them, but I've been editing them and putting them aside, and I have quite a few outtakes now, so I'm thinking at some point in the near future, maybe when I reach 1,000 subscribers, then I might do a uh, outtakes video because I feel like it's quite funny. There's many outtakes when it comes to ASMR because we have to edit out more things than an average person does in their videos. Um, yeah, these are some good requests for Instagram pictures. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try to imagine in a week what I would post, and if I feel like I have enough things, then maybe I will start using my Instagram. But yeah, let me know if if you guys would want an Instagram. And then yeah, I can give you behind the scenes information. Oh hi Kubits, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Um I like this whole back and forth between Kevin and Emma misunderstanding each other. I think that was quite funny. I enjoyed reading that as well. Yeah, Xavier, the outtakes are pretty pretty good. Although I'm trying to be one thing I do have to be careful when I edit them together is obviously sometimes I'm quite frustrated because sometimes, I've been interrupted like 10 times within a couple of minutes. So it can be very jarring because I'm, very nice and soft, and then I'll just be like, and I don't want to edit too many of those together right side by side because then I'm afraid that I'll look like a very mean person because I'm just getting very angry at my neighbors and the dog and people outside, which, yeah, you guys can't see. Normally, I film in this direction, but there's a window right there, and there's an alley, I guess. And so sometimes I'll be filming, and then someone will walk by and have a very loud conversation in Spanish. So I I usually have to edit that out, and so sometimes I'll just be sitting here and for a minute while there's a Spanish conversation. But yeah, I have quite a few of those in my outtakes. And Thorson, it's never too late to start filming your outtakes now. It's definitely worth it after you build up a couple. Um, oh, hi Larry, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Glad that you made it. And also thanks Kev for complimenting my earrings. Which yeah, I also I also wanted to bring up for because I feel like I get a lot of compliments on my jewelry, but I only own like maybe 6 pairs of earrings and like 6 necklaces. So like I try to swap them out and do different pairings, but I'm starting to get to the point where I feel like I should buy more jewelry because I feel like I don't know, I'm always wearing the same jewelry because that's all I own. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's something that nobody even cares about. I overthink everything, so these are the things I think about. Um, oh, by the way, because I think a couple new people just joined in. So if anyone had any questions or requests, feel free to drop it in. Um, yeah, I'll try to get to as many as I can. I said I would be here at least an hour, but I know a couple people just joined in, so I'll be here for probably at least 15 more minutes, maybe half an hour. We'll see how you guys are doing if you want more. Because it is, I don't know if you guys know this, but it is 1 a.m. for me. So I'm not dying. I don't need to go to bed right away, but yeah, I can't stay for hours and hours and hours, basically. Okay, where was I in the comments? If anyone's wondering, there's an account called SR Snooglies, as in Senior Snooglies, which that's just my friend's account that he made to troll me a little bit, I guess. But yes, Senior Snooglies bunnies are better than dogs, definitely. Um, yeah, Xavier, I don't think like I look mean, but uh, yeah, I'm trying to. I kind of do a thing where like I'll be like very very soft in the microphone, and then all of it like I'll hear the dog go up, and I'll be like quiet or something like that. I never yell though. I'm not going to include any yelling in my outtakes. But I just feel like it's very jarring because it's very, very sudden from, like, nice and sweet and quiet to, like, very annoyed at my neighbors, but normally that happens when it's been, like, 5 interruptions in a row, I guess, which can be annoying sometimes. But yeah, I do try my best to be kind, so thanks for noticing, I guess. Um, yeah, what I think I'm gonna do, Emma, is do probably for my 1,000 subscribers, I'll do the outtakes collection of what I have so far, because I think I have around 10 minutes, maybe more. I haven't actually checked. Um, but yeah, I think I'll do one big chunk for 1,000. And then if I have a very, very funny one, then maybe I'll just include it at the end of the video. But yeah, I guess I'll see. I'll see what happens. I just need to check. Okay. I was getting a lot of alerts on my phone, but it was just running out of batteries, so that's fine. Um, earring jingling. I don't know if these will jingle, but oh, actually, these might actually be the best jingling earrings that I have. Um, I'm trying to think what other earrings I have that jingle. Maybe the feather ones. Those ones are a little bit jingly, maybe. Um, I used to have some that were like Christmas earrings, and they were like little ornaments, but they had a little thing, like a little bell hanging inside the ornament. And I think it was actually a teeny tiny bell, and so they jingled all the time. Um, which I guess that would be exactly what you're looking for, but they are back in Canada. So unless you want to pay $12 shipping to get those earrings over here, then yeah, I won't get them, I guess. Um, Thorson, I need to ask what would make a handstand push-up ASMR specifically? Because like you didn't ask for just a handstand push-up, but you asked for a ASMR handstand push-up, and I would just like to know what exactly it is that you would want there. Um, and bye, Emma. Good night. Sweet dreams. Hope you sleep well. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, thanks so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Um, oh, hi, Alex. Hi. I didn't see you there for a second. How you doing? Yeah, I was hoping you were gonna come. How you doing? Oh wait, you have another comment later down. I'm doing everything in order. um, uh, oh, fashion. Okay, so I I feel like I have a very eclectic, un unusual, not unusual, but I have a very what's the word? I'm a very bad English teacher. I forget words all the time. Inconsistent sense of fashion, as in I could have one shirt and then another shirt that looks very, very similar. And then for reasons outside of even my own knowledge, I would love this shirt and hate this shirt. Um, I don't know, like one speaks to me, and so yeah. um, so it's very hard to describe, like if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, I like this style and like this decade and whatever. I do generally like more vintage clothes or more vintage styles, because my dad used to run an antique store, and so we always used to go antiquing together, and so I like older things. So one thing I really like is thrift shopping, which I think everything I'm wearing right now is actually thrift shopped. I have bought very, very few clothes from like real stores in the past little while. Um, Usually I only buy thrifted clothes, not because I think it's so much better, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Normally I don't like modern clothes, which that makes me sound like a hipster, which there are some modern clothes that I like. But Yeah, I don't know, I just like thrift shops better, and also it's more eco-friendly because instead of, buying something that might only last a couple years, if you buy something a bit older, usually it's made a bit better, and then also instead of going to the landfill, you buy that instead. Um, but yeah, so I really like thrift shopping. So maybe I could do like a thrift store clerk or yeah, something like that. I'm very bad at describing style though, so I wouldn't leave that up to me. Um, so 12 Canadian to send stuff from Canada to Spain, that would only be if it was earrings, like if it was very, 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 very small. Because in Canada they do it both by size and by weight. And so I'm assuming if these are very, very light earrings, and they're pretty small, so I feel like it would be quite inexpensive. Yeah, I feel like the one thing too is Spain has a lot of import tax. Like I had gotten my snowboard shipped over from my friend in England because it was at his house because I assumed it would be way cheaper than shipping it to Canada or flying to pick it up. And it we had to pay 120 euros in tax to import it, even though I already owned it. I didn't buy it off of some Spain likes tax, which is a very European thing, but yeah, I didn't enjoy that. That's okay. Um, oh yeah, Alex, how far is the drive? I was actually just having a discussion with a bunch of Spanish friends tonight because my dad this upcoming summer he's going camping in more northern Canada, and it's a 17-hour drive to the campsite. And he and his friends are going to do it all in one day. And I might go with them if I'm in Canada. I don't know yet. But I was saying that to my Spanish friends, and they were all so baffled because to them, they could be in Poland in 17 hours and they could be halfway to Moscow in 17 hours, and they just couldn't imagine driving 17 hours just to go camping. Um, Especially since they said, "Oh, Canada, isn't there aren't there just campsites everywhere? Can't you just turn a corner and there's a campsite? Why do you need to drive 17 hours?" But yeah, if uh, the distances in Spain and Canada are very, very, very different. Um, but yeah, safe drive. Hope that all goes well, and I hope you have fun visiting your daughter. Um, yeah, Second Life to Objects is exactly what I love. Which I also love like craftsy kind of projects. Oh, 1 second, I need to plug in my laptop. Okay, everyone, hold on for 2 seconds. I feel like I need intermission music. Okay, I didn't want to plug in my laptop because then it's more likely to use the fan and then the mic would pick it up, but it was running out of batteries. But hello, I'm back. Um, but yeah, Second Life to Objects. I really like crafty projects that use kind of old or broken things and make something really, really new. One thing I really liked with my dad was buying old antiques that were, like full of cobwebs and whatever, and then just, like sanding them down and giving them a varnish and maybe painting them, and then they would look really lovely. And you could buy them for like 5 Canadian dollars and then sell them for like 100 Canadian dollars if it was a good make or from a good era. But yeah, I feel like more people need to do that, like reuse old things because we throw out too many things. That's my podium for the night. Oh, goodbye, Kev. Good night. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really like talking to you. And yeah, like I said, if YouTube is still deleting your comments with uh, requests, that's the word. If it's still deleting your requests, feel free to send me an email if you can't get it through on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Um, yeah, you're right. I probably do save a lot of money at thrift stores. Yeah, that's the downside about thrift stores is the sizing because obviously there's only one of each item. So that's the biggest downside to me that is so devastating. If you find like the perfect item that you love so much and then you try it on and it's either way too tight or way too loose, which I can sew a little bit, but I'm not that great. Uh, so I don't trust myself. But yeah, there's been so many times where I've loved a dress or loved a shirt and then it just doesn't fit. And it's very, very sad. um, Yeah, that is really weird that they have it as a flat rate to Canada. Yeah, we have how do I explain it? We have like you can go to the post office and they have like those bubble wrapped envelopes or cardboard boxes that are kind of like pre prepaid and basically whatever you can fit in the bubble wrapped envelope or box is covered for a certain amount unless it's very heavy. If you go above a certain limit, then you have to pay more. Uh, Sorry, another brief intermission. I also need some water, which I just thought I know Xavier doesn't like drinking noises, so I tried to be as quiet as possible. um, uh, but yeah, Xavier, you're from Europe, so I'm sure you think that uh, those kinds of distances are crazy. Um, I actually have my dad, he wants to do someday a trip to the Yukon in Canada, which I'm from Southern Ontario, and I think he looked it up the other day, and it's a 56-hour drive. Um, and yeah, he he would bring his kayak and he would bring his tent, so he would need to drive, and yeah, he was very excited about it, which that seems like way too much driving. I don't know how anyone would be able to do that. Um, oh, 8 hours. That is quite a long drive. But yeah, it's it's doable, I guess. Yeah, safe drive then. Hope that you make it okay. Um, but yeah, I was going to say that I think I might head off soon, maybe in like 5-10 minutes. So if anyone had any last minute requests or questions or anything to get them in now, I guess, last call, for lack of a better term. um, I had also wanted to say before I uh, finished the stream, I guess, one announcement I had wanted to make was uh, for my 1,000 subscriber milestone, because that's coming up not super soon, but maybe in approximately a month and a half. Mm, There's no way to know for sure, but that's my approximate guess. But when I reached my 1,000 milestone, I was planning on doing a custom video giveaway. So I thought I would mention it now ahead of time in case anyone was interested. Um, but yeah, basically, I'm just gonna say anyone who wants to, please subscribe and like and comment, and then uh, think about it for now until I announce it. But yeah, basically, I'll just be putting it out there that I'll be giving away a custom video for free. Um, there will be a few stipulations, I guess. Um, so, for example, I'll be putting it on my channel, so I won't be saying your name, for example, because it will be on my channel as well. And then obviously I can veto anything if I don't think it's appropriate for the channel. But other than that, it's fair game. So any appropriate trigger, I guess you would want in a video, I'm super keen and excited to do whatever you guys would want. But yeah, look out for that. That's going to be coming up, and I'm excited to do that. And Eleanor, no, you just made it just at the end. I'm going to be here for like 5 or 10 more minutes though. So if you have any questions or triggers you would like to request, feel free to ask. And thanks for the happy birthday. Yeah, it's been super fun. Which this is recorded if you do want to watch it after, although I know it's not nearly the same to watch a live stream after it's no longer live. Um, oh yes, Belgian chocolate and cookies. Oh, I I had so much Belgian chocolate when I went to Belgium, which I think I must have told you I've been to Bruges. Yeah, we had a lot of chocolate when we were in Belgium, and we took back a lot of chocolate from my relatives back in Canada because everyone always loves uh, Belgian chocolate there. Um, okay, so now I'm telling you a third time. So I okay, so my problem is Xavier that I because I teach English and I maybe speak to between 6 and 10 people a day, depending on, how long the classes are. I tell many things to many people all the time, and I forget so often who I've told what, like, my real friends, my English students, my people I know from the YouTube community, and so I I'll retell stories all the time, and people always tell me like, "Oh, you've already told me that 5 times." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I never remember if I told you or someone else or" yeah, I never know. Um, yeah, thank you, Alex. Yeah, you've been around for such a long time, and you've been such a big supporter, so I appreciate that so much, and yeah, I feel like ASMR is such a great community, because I feel like everyone is so supportive of each other, and I love that so much. I feel like not that this is the perfect community and there's no problems, but I feel like more so than other people than other communities, we all support each other. We give constructive criticism. We tell each other to check each other out. Uh, and I feel like other kinds of, I guess, communities they don't do that as much. It's just kind of like one creator. Maybe they have a couple of friends that they do collabs with, but yeah, I feel like that, yeah, it is quite a bit different in the ASMR community, and yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. So thanks so much for being you, I guess. Um, and yes, Eleanor, I did tell my story about moving to Spain, but I will recap it quickly though, since you did just pop in at the end. But yeah, basically, this is the short version. The longer version is at the beginning, which I probably missed some things anyways. But so I was looking for something to do because I had been stood down because of the pandemic. Because I usually work in the tourism industry, and obviously tourism's a terrible place to work in during a pandemic. So I didn't want to search for a new job because I figured that would be a lot of work and there wouldn't really be good jobs in tourism available. And I also didn't want to just sit around for, you know, maybe a year without having any work. So I figured I would go back to school. So I actually got my MBA. That's my main reason I came to Spain. I had enrolled in a university, and yeah, just a couple months ago now, I graduated. So I now have an MBA. So I do know business. If anyone needs some business tips along with their ASMR. Um, but yeah, I have graduated, like I said, though, but I am staying for a little while longer for a few reasons. To learn Spanish because I'm intermediate now and I want to learn a bit more. Um, B, because I want to travel around Europe and I haven't really had the chance to too much because of the whole pandemic situation. Like I have traveled around Europe before, to a few countries, but there's some places I haven't been to, like Portugal, or Eastern Europe, or like Netherlands. There's a few others I want to go to, but yeah. So I'll probably be in Spain for at least a bit longer, and then we'll see what happens. I actually have no idea, so that'll be a big surprise for everyone, including me. Um, and I'm also glad that I don't need to worry about repeating myself because I definitely will many, many times. Um, but that is probably going to be about it for today. But yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for joining in on the live stream. I had a lot of fun. I feel like I was mostly talking, not a lot of triggers, but that's okay. Uh, Let me know if you guys would ever want this again. Because yeah, I did have a lot of fun, and it's nice to know that I don't need to go and edit this video. That's something that's very, 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 very nice. Um, uh, I guess unless you guys edit videos, it's funny because sometimes a video will take me half an hour to edit and then half an hour to export and upload to YouTube and whatever. And then sometimes it'll take me like ten hours because the green screen messed up or something. So I'm happy that I don't even need to attempt this. So that's very nice. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions that I missed, feel free to send me to me. Yeah, Javier is a fairly common men's name. Uh, I know at least a few, although now most of the younger guys just seem to go by Javi, like without the year at the end, because I guess that's not cool enough for the younger Spanish people. um, do surf on the wave of celebrations. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, you guys, again. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys did too. And yeah, I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye.